Start the matches.
There we go. Last round of finals on the way. And Krabichova to start it. Well, there it is. 4.5 meters check. And a nice first shot. Just a little bit too much speed. It went straight to the check, but it slightly bumped off. And on this distance, it's probably just a bit too easy for Jankachova to get there. Yeah, so an open jack for Jankachova, and the red ball is helping her there. She has 2 balls to aim for, and if she can get it there, the blue one will be difficult to play away. So quite a nice situation for her. She seemed a little bit in doubt between the over and underarm throw. Chooses to keep it low. And she actually wants to seem to hit it. That I don't really understand, since the jack is wide open. Yeah, now she seems to go for a placement shot. Yeah, speed was good, just not the correct line. Not really a problem on this distance to use a few more balls. If at some point she can stick it to the jack, she's in a pretty good situation. That ball had a pretty strange bump. Changed a bit in direction. 3 balls left now. Would be nice for her to get something to the jack. Almost. Stopped on the red one. Still an open line. She doesn't waste too much time considering the options, just keeps going. Ooh, that was almost it. Just a bit too hard. Now she's down to her last ball. Situation is still completely open. So she will need something in front of the jack. If she can get it really to the jack, that would be great for her. But even something in front will at least limit Krabichova to score more points. That was almost it again. Just too hard again. And now she may be in for some trouble. Does Krabichova have 5 balls left? A pretty open situation. There are 2 blue balls relatively close to the jack. But that last thrown ball is actually helping her. She can let her ball stop on that one. Yeah, that's not a scoring ball, but it's pretty good. It helps her to push, so she can just make some speed with this ball and push that red ball in. Yeah, well done, very well done. And now she can basically keep pushing it. Score seems to be 1 now for red, but the other balls are in a good situation to also come to a scoring position. And that missed a little bit of direction. Makes it a bit more difficult to push the ball that she touched there, because now it's 2 balls. They're relatively soft balls, so moving them when they are together is not so easy. Still, it doesn't need to move very far, so she should be able to do it. 2 balls left for her. More than 2 minutes on the clock, so plenty of time to consider the options. Yes, pushed it a little bit. As you can see, the balls don't move a lot because they're already grouped together. Score still seems to be 1. Little push. Maybe it's enough, but I think it's gonna stay 1 for red. Yeah, referee doesn't even need to measure. 1 point red. Could have been more. She'll be happy to win the first end, but it was also an opportunity to take a nice lead. And she missed out on that, so Yankachova will be happy. Still fully in this game. Can start the second end. And so good for her as well. Let's check on the other courts. If we already have any results. No, all the first ends are still being played, so we don't have any results to update. There we go with the second end. And Yankachova is playing it pretty far up the court. Appears to be around 8 meters. And her first ball is quite nice. It's not very close to the jack, but it's really in front of it. And that makes the line for Krajbičová pretty difficult. She passes the blue, but it's a bit too long. Referee needs to measure. It's always a bit more difficult to measure when the balls are far off, so she asked the liner to help. I've heard some people asking this week why referees are still using this kind of measuring tools and why not, for instance, a laser, which is could be a nice tool to accurately measure this kind of situation. So that's a nice thing that we're gonna ask to BizFed later this week. Maybe there's a good reason. If anybody of you knows it, let us know. But there's also functions, and it's blue to play. So Yankachova is trying to push this ball, going with a full swing, trying to get that blue closer to the check. Just missed it. Ball had more than enough speed. It's a strong athlete that can throw very fast. But the accuracy in these strong shots sometimes lacks a little bit. But she definitely has a lot of potential to move balls around, and that's an important skill in BC2 play. Let's see if she tries again. Yeah, looks like it. A lot of swings. Yeah, there it is. Great shot. Pushed that blue straight to the check. Was pretty big distance, but she made it. So now Krajbičova is with a challenge. Let's see if she is able to push that ball away. Or no, it doesn't have the speed of Youngachova, but that's a good push. Managed to move the blue a little bit to the side. And the red ball is staying there pretty close. And she can probably use that gap to try to squeeze in another red one. Even if it doesn't win her the end, she will definitely be able to control it in such a way that she's not going to lose a lot of points. And that's already pretty good when you are faced with a so tough situation. Yeah, nice line. Blocking the front of the jack. And now she can try to push that ball. Not a lot of risk in this situation. Even if she would miss the rest of her balls, it's still a pretty good defense. Less than a ball space between the red and the jack, so that's not a lot of space to score for Youngachova. But Krajbičova could also attack. Try to get that red one in between. I don't think that's what she intended, but it's not bad either. She hit the red on the outside, and it went exactly to the jack. Blue still closer. So Krajbičova to throw. 2 balls left. And she can still try to push that middle red. Ooh, missed it again and hit it the other red ball. And she pushed that away from the jack. Still not a major issue, but she may be a bit more careful with her last ball. No, she really tries it again. Don't really like that choice. Even if you hit the red, it will probably not get to a scoring position. So I would prefer to place the ball in front and protect the situation as it is. Youngachova goes to have a look. Okay, she's not taking any risks here. The red in front probably scared her. I don't think it was very dangerous, but she will leave that for another time. 1 point blue here, so the score is 1-1. Let's see on the other courts. In the BC4 male final, we see that after the first end, Islamov from Azerbaijan is up 3-0 against Louis Saunders from Great Britain. A nice lead for him. In the BC3 female final, Sermakova is 2-0 up against Takanuchi from Japan. And in the Slovakian BC2 male final, the first end is won by... That's a good question. Let me see if I can see that. By blue, and blue is Mazik. So Robert Mazik 2-0 ahead after the first end against Rastislav Kurilak. Back to our game. We're going to start the third end. And Krajbičová can start it off. First end she played around 4.5 meters. Doing pretty well. So I don't really expect her to change anything. Yep, there it is again. Yeah, nice first shot. Put it against the jack. Some angle there for Yankachova. She will be able to open it up. But it's always nice to have your opponent lose a ball on opening it up instead of having an open jack. A strong swing from Yankachova again. Full speed, but not hitting anything. With more experience, we see a lot of times that they can adapt the speed of their hitting shots on what's really necessary. In this case, she has quite some angle. Red is not completely touching the jack, so a slightly slower throw would also work. Yeah, this is nice. A bit more controlled, a little bit less speed, but you don't need so much speed to open up things like this. And even if you play it a bit slower than this, the red stays nicely close from the jack and it helps you. In this case, it's really just a jack that you can work with. But you also don't want to throw too soft, so it is a play that requires a lot of confidence and experience to really adapt your speed to the situation as it is. Open jack now. Nice opportunity for Yankachova. You see, she used the overarm throw for the previous throw. Now she goes again for the underarm throw. So it doesn't seem completely sure what works best for her. But this is a great shot. Very well played. And it's quite common in newer athletes that they still need to discover the best use of all their shots. I think if she can play balls like this with her underarm throw that she doesn't really need that overarm throw. Risk of the overarm throw is that the balls bump from pretty high on the floor, and quite often we see them changing direction in that bump. And when you throw the balls lower, they roll, and if you don't do anything strange, they usually roll in a straight line. Krajicova trying to open it up. Hits it, makes a bit of space, but not much. Although she does create some angle. Her red ball stays close. Maybe she can use that later in the end. Still has 4 balls left against 2 balls for Jankachova, so she can try some stuff to make it work. Doesn't need to be too careful. I kind of would expect her to hit that blue ball again, but she could also try to squeeze it in between the red and the jack. Pretty fast ball. Doesn't move much. Puts the blue against the jack. That doesn't really matter. It was closer anyway. She does seem to have a little bit more angle now than she had. I don't really understand her positioning. I'd say that from the front of the box, it's much easier to use that angle than where she's parked now. Places it now. Not too bad. It's a ball that she can use. 2 balls left. And she can use that ball to get into the gap. Maybe really get to the jack, but at least make sure that there's no space for another blue point. Yeah, nice shot. Really using that previous red ball for a ricochet shot, getting in there. A little bit unlucky that it went straight to the blue and not to the jack. But she may be able to push this ball and get into a scoring position. If not, I'm almost sure that Jankachova is not going to play anymore and take the point that she has. Good shot, but it's not scoring. Means the score is 1 for blue. And Jankachova will not play any further here. No, there she goes. Balls are already out of the basket. And she's happy with her point, taking a 2-1 lead. Going into the last end that she can start by herself. So it's a good position, still plenty of opportunities for both athletes. But Jankachova with a slight advantage since she's ahead and can start the last end. We'll have a look at the other finals. In the BC4 male final, we can see that Islamov from Azerbaijan extended his lead to 4-0 against Saunders. And the BC3 female final is still in the second end, so score still 2-0 for Czech Republic. And Kurilak scored a point against Mazik, so score is there now 2-1 for Mazik in the BC2 male All-Slovakian final. For those of you who have missed it, we can give you a quick update of of what happened in the other finals. In the BC4 female final, we saw that Brazilian athlete Da Silva beat Buziu from Greece, who is a promising new athlete. She has a history in para table tennis. Now made the switch to Boccia, and not without success, securing a silver medal in this competition. Daniel Perez from the Netherlands took the gold over Solanis from Greece. And Kawamoto won the BC3 male final against Arnold. And in an all-Czech final between Skopalova and Blaskova, the game went to tiebreak and Skopalova secured the win. So she took the gold. And what we also saw was that Bermuda secured 2 bronze medals in the BC1 competition. BC1 male and BC1 female bronze medals for Bermuda, which is obviously a great result, traveling all the way to the Netherlands and not going without a prize home. Very nice for them. We go back to our game. Both athletes thrown 1 ball. And that's a good one from Kravichova. Getting it to the jack. Small gap, but at this distance, a little over 6 meters. This is a nice position to have. Jankachova seems to have a line to the red and the jack. That blue ball in front may bother her a little bit. Let's see how she chooses to handle it. From what I've seen so far, I would not be surprised if she tries to smash it and create some space. But we've seen she has been in doubt sometimes. No, she seems to go for a placing shot. Touches the red. It was pretty far away. Now she goes for the underarm throw again. Let's see how strong it will be. Pretty hard one. No, that really lacks direction. Almost got to the jack by touching the red, but just not, so it passed. And then we go back to overarm throw. So we see that she lacks some confidence in her shots. But that is a great shot again. Exactly as we saw in the third end. A few shots where she seemed to doubt, didn't quite make it, and then suddenly she finds the throw that she's looking for. This is definitely an athlete with a lot of potential. And now she's in a very, very good situation. She's in front of the jack. She's 2-1 ahead, so Kravichova will need to take risks to get to a scoring position here. She has a red ball very close, but it's not so easy to get that to the jack because it's mostly on the side of it. So she can push it, it can touch the jack, but once it's a little bit too fast, it will hit the red ball off the jack. So you need to be very precise with this shot. She went pretty much full speed against the blue. So I assume that's what she was trying to do, because if she would have hit the red, it would have been gone. Situation didn't really change. Slightly more angle, but she could still try it again. She could also go for the red. With 3 balls left, she has options. That one completely lacked any direction. So 2 balls left now. 2 balls for Jankachova as well. You see Jankachova, she seems to anxiously watching. Has her hands in her hair. Good shot from Kravichova, but still not scoring. And that ball will need a serious push to get there, because it needs to find its way through the blue and the red to the jack. 4 balls all grouped together. It's not an easy thing to move. But she doesn't have any other choice than to go for it. Takes her time, still has a minute. No hurry at all. Laughs a bit. Let's see if that can help her. There it comes. Oh, very good attempt. And I'm not sure what the score is right now. It may very well be a 1-1. No, I think the referee tells 1 blue. Yeah, and Yankachova immediately throws out her blue balls. I would advise athletes to come and check the score before doing that. But in this case, Kravichova doesn't even come to check the score. That's probably a little bit of inexperience as well. Doesn't matter. Great play from Yankachova, winning this game 3-1. All ends were won by 1 point. And I'm sure both athletes will be, in a little bit of time, very happy with their performance and result here. So the first final for both, and getting a medal in your first or second competition is obviously a great result. While the referee is doing the post-match checks to see if nobody messed with the balls and the balls are still legal, we're gonna have a look at the other courts. In the Slovakian battle for the BC2 gold medal in the male category, the score is now 2-2, and we're in the last end, so that's gonna be a close one. We see that in the BC3 final, Sermakova took a 4-0 lead over Takanuchi with 2 ends to play. And in the BC4 final, male N3 is still underway. Islamov from Azerbaijan doesn't have any balls left anymore. And Louis Saunders still has 2 to play. And perhaps we can see some of that game by our overhead camera. It's the game on court 7. On the other side of the venue. Great that we can move so much with these cameras. Yeah, there we can see the final position. And we see that red is scoring some points. And that's Saunders. So this game may just become interesting again. 4-0 at this moment for Islamov from Azerbaijan. We're going to get a measure, but it looks like it's at least 3 and maybe 4 points for Saunders. Yeah, there it is, 4 points red. And that means that the score goes to 4-4. And we can see how this will develop in the last end. As you can see, our cameras have found the court. They are controlled by our technical team at a distance, so we cannot just drive around with the cameras, but they can move for a lot of directions to cover the court around court 6. So we'll stay with you for the last end of the BC4 male final, because I'm sure you're very excited to see how that's going to end. Meanwhile, we take a little look at court 5. the BC3 female final. Scores there 4-0 for the athlete from Czech Republic, playing blue. Good first ball there for Japan. And on court 7, we're starting the fourth end, where Islamov can play the jack. 4-4 the score. Islamov was 4-0 ahead. Saunders managed to get back into the game until 4-4. And now we're in the last end. While you are still seeing Sermakova, who will try to hit that red ball away. Yeah, nice one. Plenty of space again to get to the jack. On court 7, Islamov played a good first ball. Really in front of Saunders. Now you can see that as well. So he needs to try to get around that. It's not easy. Probably would help him to knock that blue ball away, but he chooses not to. Apparently has confidence in this shot. Saunders, a young athlete from Great Britain, has been playing on the international level for a few years now. Obviously, we all know Steph Maguire, who has been one of the leading BC4 athletes for many years. So it's good to see some fresh blood here. And very nice for Saunders to make a final here. Didn't start the competition too well with a loss against one of the new Brazilian athletes here. But he recovered well, managed to pass his group, and now he's here. A tight final, 4-4 the score. So the winner of this end will take home the gold medal. And Saunders tries again. That's a nice approach, slightly short from the Czech Republic athlete. Sorry for my confusion with these two games at the same time. And Saunders there gets closer to the jack. It's not something that will really worry Islamov. He still has a line to the jack. He will leave that other blue ball where it is, since it's nicely blocking his opponent. And try to get another ball in there. Yeah, that's exactly what he wanted. And now he's in a very good position. There's that blue ball exactly in front of the jack, and another blue ball in front of that prevents it from hitting it. So Saunders will need to do something through the air to be able to get somewhere in this end. Really tough spot, but he's capable to do it. Both athletes still 4 balls left. And there he goes. Oh, just missed it. Was a good shot. Just missed the jack there to move it. So we will try again. No, he seems to go for a lower shot. Yeah. Oh, a lot of speed there. Managed to push that first blue ball away. So now he has eyes on the actual situation of blue and white again. will need to produce another shot like that to free the jack. And then get there with his last ball. Not easy, but he needs to try something. Yeah, that's a good one. Open it up. He can see the jack again. And now with the last ball, it needs to be perfect. And then he has nothing else to do than wait to see if Islamov can get there with the 4 balls that he has left. Good situation for Islamov. Having 4 balls in an end that's played relatively close is quite a good situation. And nice shot from Sanders. Gives some angle to his opponent, but at least he's there. And he gives the opportunity for his opponent to make a mistake. Normally, at this level of play in the BC4 category, it should not be a problem. He has a line to hit that red and white situation, create some space, and then get there with one of his remaining balls. But I'm sure he will also feel the pressure of the final. So let's see what he can do. Oh, doesn't hit the red, but hits the blue one instead. Not really a problem, made the situation a bit easier for himself. That blue ball was slightly in front of the red, and now he has a free line to hit again. Still 3 balls left. So we'll go for it again. Yeah, that's the one that he needed. Red still scoring, but with 2 balls to go, this should be an easy win for Islamov. Let's see what he can do. Sanders still hoping that his opponent's going to fail, but I'm sure he doesn't have a lot of faith in that. Yeah, that's enough. Blue scoring. And Islamov immediately decides to not play any further. He takes the point. And that means the final score is 5-4 for Islamov. In the meantime, the BC2 final has ended. And I can tell you that Robert Mazik won the gold medal, 3-2 victory over Rastislav Kurilak. Very nice result for Mazik. In the past few competitions we saw that Kurilak got a better result than Mazik. He also played in the last few competitions in the team where Mazik was watching, but Robert Mazik seems to be completely back on track, winning this challenger event. And I've heard that he's also going to play in the team tomorrow, but we'll await confirmation for that. Meanwhile, we're watching the BC3 female final. We're in the third end there. Czech Republic athlete has a 4-0 lead. Nice smash there. Were a lot of balls in front of the Czech, but the Japanese athlete managed to open this. Well done. So now Sermakova needs to play her last ball. One ball left here. But she appears to be out of time. And that gives a nice opportunity for the Japanese athlete. Sermakova was a bit too slow there in BC3. athletes really need their time. They have 6 minutes to play 6 or 7 balls if you have the jack. And with aiming, lining up the ramp, sometimes building it up and playing the shot, they really need their time. But Sermakova used just a bit too much of that. It's unlucky. She could have pushed her blue ball to the jack, giving a difficult situation to Takanuchi. And now Takanuchi has a good opportunity to score. She can get a ball in between those blues and probably trying to push the jack a little bit, because she has a lot of red ones behind it. Let's see what she does. Yeah, indeed. She pushes it. Now, I think scoring 3 for red. See that she used a very hard ball. Even after hitting the jack, it still rolled away a meter. And BC3 athletes, as we've spoken earlier in the streaming, need those balls to move them, because they can never throw faster than the height of the ramp. The height of the ramp is limited. A ramp needs to fit in a box laying down, so that all athletes have an equal opportunity to make speedy shots. And you cannot come up with a construction 5 meters high. So pretty much all athletes have the same speed in their ramp. So they're looking for the hardest possible balls to move situations. And those are balls that you don't want to get on your head. She has 1 ball left. Still has that gap to get through. She will be looking to go exactly through the gap, not pushing any blue balls closer, because. And now she has also run out of time. So both athletes not really accurate on time management. Both losing a ball, playing only 5 balls. But Takanuchi did it well, and she ends up with 3 points, which means she's right back in the game. Sermakova still leading 4-3. But all to play for Japan, with 1 end to go. All the other finals have finished, so we have a big crowd in front of this court. Everybody who's still didn't have enough of Boccia today is gathered around the court to see the match. We see that the athletes are already preparing for the next end. At least their assistants are putting the ramps there. The balls are still on court, so I'm wondering what's going on. Of course, we haven't seen the beginning of this end. Would there be a penalty ball, perhaps? Let's wait for what's coming. I can see that some referees on the court are discussing something with each other. The head referee is on the court as well. It may be a problem with the clock. Yeah, it's probably that. There you see a lot of people watching the game. Hopefully this doesn't take too long and scare them away. But I'm sure at least the Japanese and the Czech Republic fans will stay to cheer for their athletes. After this match, we will have the medal ceremony. So we're going to hand out 8 gold medals, and silvers and bronze, of course, to the winners of the 4 categories in male and BC female. Male and female classes. And then tomorrow we will continue with the teams and pairs matches. Yeah, everything has been solved. 3 points for red. Japanese are being very happy. The ramp operators already prepared the ramps for the next end, so They'll have a little bit of extra time in this break. Maybe they can even get a sip of water. And then we're going to continue with the fourth end. And as I said, tomorrow it's teams and pairs. I think we will have 6, 7 or 8 teams and pairs in all classes. So we should have good competition tomorrow. All the pools matches will be played. And then on Saturday we will have the knockout phase. All the way up to the gold medalists. And Saturday evening we will conclude this event with a medal ceremony for the teams and pairs competition. These athletes are not with that in their mind already. They still need to finish their final. And we're going to go to the last end of the game. We'll try to cover it for you as well as possible. We don't have a camera on the other side of the court. But with this view and the overview, we should be able to cover it. There's the score 4-3 for blue. And blue can start this match. Playing it slightly further than the cross. 5.5 meters is the jack. Sermakova still in a good position. She's 4-3 ahead and she can start this last end. If she can put a good first ball there, she can definitely have the initiative in this end and in the match. However, if she doesn't make it, Takanouchi has a great opportunity to really get back in this game. In BC3 we see a lot of times that play is pretty close. We've seen a lot of tie breaks. And this game could just as well go there. 1 point for Japan would be enough to have a tie break. There we go, first ball. And that's a very nice shot. He puts it really on the jack. Takanouchi has some angle. So I suppose she will be able to push it away. But when you're ahead, the main thing that you want to do is let your opponent play. Make sure they run out of balls. And just secure the end. Scoring points is not necessary anymore. You just want to win or even play 1-1. If both the blue and the red in the end of the end are touching, both sides receive a point. And in this case, that would be enough for Sermakova. There we go. Ooh, she missed it. Was pretty close, but she didn't hit anything. So she's adjusting the ram now. Will slightly change the direction probably. And then try again, because that blue one needs to get out of the way for her to score a point. And yeah, she's happy with the direction. Gonna build it up all the way to the top. She already picks her stick. The assistant puts the ball in the top of the ramp. Making sure it's in the right position, and then she pushes it off the ramp onto the court. Yeah, that's what she wanted. Push that blue ball just enough to see the jack again. There you see it in slow motion. She hits it. The jack moves away from that blue ball, and that gives her a line to go there again. She plays it nicely in front of the jack, and it's just enough to score. So blue to play. Curious what she's gonna do. We cannot see the exact lines. She may push the blue ball a bit to come to a scoring position, but if she does that, she's still stuck with that red one in front of her. She may also try to play that away. Hard to see from here what's the best line of play, but I'm sure she'll know, and we're gonna find out soon. Yeah, there we have our answer. Pushing the red. Let's see in the replay. Yeah, pushes the red. The red ball pushes the jack, and the blue one even jumps a bit on the jack. It didn't really get out of the way, but she may push the blue one now or hit that red one again. Yep, good push. Red is out of the way. Went in there full speed again. Now she has options. Can either push that blue ball. I think she has the line for that. Or use the red one to get to the jack. Only Saramakova can see what exactly it is she can do. She's lined up the ramp and building it up. That can give him some information. Doesn't go for a full speed shot. Middle of the ramp, so she's probably gonna place it to the jack. There we go. It was a little bit of everything. Pushed the blue a bit, then went to the red. But then the ball went away. So I guess her intention was to push the blue ball. Did that a bit, so the shot got a bit easier since the distance to the jack is not so big anymore. But she has only one ball left, so it better be a good one. because Takanouchi still has 3. And in the current situation, it would be very easy for Takanouchi to score 2 points and get a gold medal here. So Sermakova with her last ball for the push. Ooh, she pushes it. She gets to a scoring position, but she also leaves the jack wide open for Takanouchi, who has 3 balls and needs to get 2 of them closer to the jack than that blue ball. And normally that is a doable task. Takanouchi already lined it up. A ramp operator now builds the ramp. Takanouchi telling which ball on which height to play. Oh, there all the balls go to the floor. It's not a problem as long as they don't roll into the court. The playing area, it's not a problem. There she goes. Yeah, very nice shot. That's 1 point. And she still sees that jack to score a second one. There's plenty of space. Ooh, and I see now that there was something wrong with the scoreboard. So Sermakova still has the ball. That changes the situation. Doesn't seem to have a lot of time. In a rush to play that last ball. Yep, there she goes. Is it a good one? Just too short. Direction was good, but it didn't get there. Maybe made the line for Takanouchi a little bit more difficult, but there's still plenty of space. And that's the problem when you use a lot of time for your first balls. When you come to the deciding balls in the end of the end, you don't have time to either play them or to accurately line them up or get the speed correct. Then those may be the balls that lose you the game. Takanouchi calmly deciding what to do. And there she goes. Is it good enough? Oh, line was good, but it's just too short. So she will need that last ball to win the game. As the situation is now, we're going to tie break. She already aimed. Plays it from pretty low, so going for a small push here. Must be a very hard ball then. No, she goes a bit higher. Just to make sure that's enough. And there she goes. Yeah, that's a very hard ball. Keeps full speed. Yeah, there it is. Well played. Scores the second point there. And by that wins the game, which is a great comeback. Being 4-0 down after 2 ends. Managing to score 3 in the third end. And now another 2 points for Takanouchi in the fourth end. And by that she secures the gold medal. After in the previous round of finals, her countryman Keisuke Kawamoto also won the gold medal in the BC3 male final. So 2 gold medals in BC3 for Japan. Fantastic result. Just as Slovakia got 2 gold medals in the BC2 class. So they will be very happy. The other medals, a gold medal for Daniel Perez, the Netherlands in BC1 male, Czech Republic in BC1 female. Then we had Brazil in the BC4 female and Azerbaijan in the BC4 male category. So a lot of countries getting gold medals here. That's nice. Then we don't need to listen to the same national anthem all the time. We're gonna arrange the venue and go over to the medal ceremonies. And hopefully we're gonna see you back here tomorrow when the teams and pair competition will start. We'll have a full day, 6 rounds of matches in BC3 pair, BC4 pair and BC1 and 2 teams. We start at 9:30 Dutch time, so make sure to be there and we keep you updated on all the progress in the Veldhoven World Boccia Challenger competition. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.